Hello everyone, nice to meet you. Do you hear about dishonored chemical substance? We will introduce dishonored chemical substance. Let's start with watching some advertisement that misunderstood substance.
화학적 합성품 카제인 나트륨이 든 커피? 모를 땐 그냥 먹었지만 프림은 알고 바꿨다. 프림까지 좋아야 좋은 커피. 프렌치 카페 카페믹스.
They advertised in French cafe coffee mix didn't include sodium caseinate, but sodium caseinate isn't harmful. Also milk include it too. Then, are there different dishonors like this? We will prepare another dishonor about chemical substance. In newspaper, there are many dishonors and error about chemical substance. For example, they claim MSG, aspartame, and saccharin are harmful because they are artificial chemical substance. But it is misunderstanding. Although it is composed substance, it comes from natural substance. In this region, other newspapers are effort to adjust misunderstanding, and we also include misunderstanding chemical substance to adjust. This is order, and I will introduce MSG, and Seongwon introduce saccharin and aspartame, and Wonki introduce sodium caseinate and conclusion. This is MSG. First, it is made from natural material, sugarcane. Second, it keeps food smell, color, taste, and acidity to be anticipated. Third, it assigns savory taste instead of live sourness and bitter taste. And last, although if people not put in MSG in food, it exists in the food because people put kelp or oyster sauce instead of MSG. And I will introduce some misunderstanding research. Since 1960s, many researchers claim MSG is harmful, but it isn't because there are many problems in their research. First and second research's problem is the experiment isn't limited. Because subject can feel MSG's taste, it makes nocebo effect. Third research's problem is error of supposition. In 300 Celsius, MSG composed bad amino acid, but BDs also too. And last research's problem is they didn't consider exception because of subject person stroked when intake. So, their researches don't have any credibility. In this region, MSG is not harmful. Also, recent research, MSG's LD50 is much more than salt. LD50 mean is if 100 people consume chemical substance, 50 people die and 50 people alive. And it is just rumored by MSG Free Edge wrong research that MSG is harmful. Next, someone introduced saccharin and aspartame.
Second substance is saccharin. We use it when we want to make food sweet instead of sugar because it has no calorie but 300 times sweeter than sugar. It has a bit bitter taste, but we just put a tip of saccharin in foods so we can neglect it. Saccharin's big property is it does not be decomposed by heat. By property, we use saccharin in canned foods because it can resist sterilization heat. In America, restaurants use saccharin too. When saccharin first discovered, it was restricted by Canada and USA government because Canadian scientists announced that saccharin can make bladder cancer. But after 14 years, In 1991, scientists found that the experiment was wrong. USA FDA permitted to use saccharin, and in 2000, saccharin was deleted in the carcinogenic substance list. The experiment in 1977 was really wrong because they put 800 times of saccharin in one drink can to mouse. Mouse cannot alive when we put that amount of any chemical substance. Worst of all, mouse will die when we put that amount of water. The third one is aspartame. It's similar as saccharin, but it has less bitter taste and have fruit taste. It is 200 times more sweeter than sugar. It cannot resist to heat, so we cannot put it in canned fruits. But aspartame's property is it can be dissolved in cold water. By the property, we use aspartame in diet soft drink and soju. I think Coca-Cola Zero and soju is familiar to you guys. In 1965, aspartame was found by scientists in USA. Until 1981, it was not permitted because experiment which was done when chemical substance first found said that it can destroy our brain. By more than 100 kinds of experiments, USA government permitted to use aspartame in any kinds of foods because the result of accurate experiment said that there is no problem.
Next, I will introduce about sodium caseinate, which is well known as bad chemical substance in coffee. Sodium caseinate is sodium salt of casein which synthesized to dissolve casein in water well. Casein is major protein of milk. We can regard casein as all of protein of milk, so this substance is used like milk. For coffee, sodium caseinate is well known as Prima in Korea. Actually, these substances have no research of harmfulness from research. But in a commercial coffee company, Namyang said this coffee have fat-free milk instead of sodium caseinate. But as I said before, casein is almost same with milk. The company uses professional terms and deceive consumers, and then they win to rival company. Eventually, only sodium caseinate are dishonored by wrong commercial. There were no research that sodium caseinate is bad. Decisively, FDA Food and Drug Administration said that sodium caseinate is not harmful. In conclusion, we can say three things. First, we may eat this substance. So far, we've seen that these substances are proven that they are not harmful. Second, we should not be deceived by baseless media. Many news and commercials want to attract audience, so they prepare stimulating news which often contains wrong information. So we should have ability to distinguish wrong and right. Third, we may protect these dishonored chemical condiments, but we should not protect all chemical condiments. Thank you for listening to our presentation.